Now we'll be looking a bit at making basic details and overriding some of the information we already have in the model. Okay, so looking at detailed drawings, we are going to look at how to overlay new information on the existing model to adapt different patterns, different lines to clarify what we're actually doing. So that's what we'll be looking at here. The procedure is similar in the different views. I've just taken in this one the foundation as an example, and I'm just going to show you how to draw up the different things. In a different video, we'll be looking a bit at how to adapt lines and so on, but that'll be later on. So I've gone to the foundation detail that I made in a previous video, and the starting point is going up here to our annotate menu. Everything, or at least most of what we need, is located here within the detail section with detail line, region, component, groups, and insulation. The revision cloud we'll be looking at a later stage. So it is these five we'll be looking at. Start with the detail line. As the name says, it's a line, basically. Over here in our menu, we can see we have different lines. We have thin lines, wide lines, extra wide lines, medium lines, and something in between medium and wide lines. These are the main ones we'll use. You can also see here we have different other thicknesses. But just to hopefully make it visible what I'm doing, I'll just take a wide line. So let's say we have a membrane somewhere that we need to put in. And I can't, also because if we remember in our build-up of the materials, there's no membrane here, but if we have a membrane layer, it has a thickness of 0, and that makes it actually really hard to see in this context. So that could be a layer we would like to accentuate. So what we do is go back to annotate, detail line, select the line we want, and then place the membrane where we need it to be. And of course I can't really at the moment recall how to put it, but let's say we needed some kind of membrane in here. And I draw it like this. And most likely this one will probably continue up. So now we have a clear visualization of that we have a line. This line is only located in this view. It's nowhere else. It's just in this view. So don't be afraid that it continues somewhere else. It's just in one place. So lines basically just work as a line. Of course, at some point when you have to prepare to print, then we'll put up signatures and text, and then start to put it all in. So for example, here, say I want a text, and I want a line to go with it. There we go. So we could say membrane of some sort. Yes. Okay, and then we might just write. We need to. Yes, then we have a point there. So now it's, I don't know if it's clear, but now we start to show what it actually is. So that was the lines, and that's very simple. Another thing that we might want to do is we might want to change a filling somewhere. So for example, out here, this is earth, so we want to show that signature. It could also be sand or something else, but it's not shown right here at the moment. So what we do is we go into region, and I'll press this one because we have two different possibilities. We have a filled region that puts in a new pattern. A masking region just puts in a white box. So if we put in a masking region here, and note that we have the red cross and the green tick mark. If we put it in there, it just hides what's behind it. But it was the filled region. And again, we can just draw here, and let's say we want to show something with Earth here. There we go. And on purpose, I actually draw outside of my boundary just to make sure that it's, for me, it's just about making it look right. I go over here in my type selector and I scroll down, see if I can find something. We have a gravel, let's try that one. Green tick mark. And then we have gravel. That would most likely be more appropriate in some other place. So let's try to see if we can find something else. I'll go into edit type, duplicate. I'll write earth because that's what I'm looking for. So I'll go to my foreground pattern and see what I can find. There we go, earth. Or we could take this one. Then we have that. So again, if we need something else, it's like with everything else, we do a duplicate and then we go in and make the changes accordingly. So that was quickly about how lines work. This was quickly about how regions work. And of course, now I've just drawn squares, so very easy. Component is not too complicated. It's similar to the other ones, but instead of we have to draw in a line or a square, these are predefined families. So let's find a detail component. We might need, what can we find here? Let's see what we can find. Let's find a lightweight concrete, 150 millimeters. These are lightweight concrete. So let's try to put this one up here. Yeah, and this one is a bit hard to see. I'll just move it up so we can see it. So this could be a signature for lightweight concrete. So we might want to override that. In order to do that, I'll just delete this because then I would actually like to remove this one down here. I do that with my masking region. We can see it disappeared now. Go back to my detail component, lightweight concrete, and drag it up here. Just need to make it fit right here. So there we go. And that's my lightweight concrete. I would of course do the same then in here. And we can see also up here what we have. We have something else. It'll be all right. We can also see we have bricks here. So I might want to put in an actual brick here. Then I select that, press, and I have a brick. Now, of course, then this brick needs to be repeated up here. So what I actually want to do is, if I press here, I have a repeating detail component. We can see we, for example, have a brick. Then I'll just take it from the bottom here and drag it upwards. Then I have my bricks, and I can do the same on the other side. There we go. And I have bricks on that side as well. So we start to really show what's in the detail, and to, if there are any mistakes in our signatures, in our patterns, then we correct that in here. And again, whatever I do in here stays in here. The last thing here is insulation. And it's 192 here, so I'll put that in. And then I just drag this one up here. There we go. And I have an insulation signature here. As far as I remember, there might be an insulation in here as well. Yes. There's also insulation here, and that in some cases we might say that could be more correct in terms of our signatures. So the insulation we have here is the one built in Revit. This one over here is one that's defined by us, and we can change that. So be aware of these different things. So now I haven't finished this detail. I've just shown how to briefly use the different things. Feel free to explore them yourself. But maybe you have a detail somewhere else, maybe around a door, a window opening, where a lot of the things might be the same. Instead of you having to start all over again from scratch, what we might want to do is to take the different, see if I can get this one, things I put in. I just hold my control down and select the things I actually made here. Oops, come on. Yeah, do it like this. Now these are selected. What I do then is I go up here to create group. And we see it says create detail group, and I call that foundation. Okay. Now I made this into a group. So that means if I have to do a detail with similar layout, then I could go down here, scroll down to the bottom here, find detail. There's my foundation detail, and I can actually drag that in to my drawing. I'll just place it somewhere here. And we can see the signatures I put in. They are now in our drawing. So that makes it a very easy way to create things and reuse them in your drawings. And then of course, or maybe not of course, but as you saw here, we have text. So I can start to put in text showing what we actually need and where it is, what it looks like. Write that in, because it's important to show and make it clear for everybody that reads it, what it is you're doing, what are the different signatures, and why are they as they are. So it's also it's also a help for yourself when you work, because you might not be able to remember everything from the beginning. So write it down and make sure that it's clear what's happening. So that was a very quick introduction to detailing.